Hello and welcome back to Space Haven. We are on a massive industrial campaign right now to build up our ship and make it much better. We recently just got into a massive fight with 2 pirate ships that we are stripping for parts. And I'm realizing we're going to have to actually strip for hull pieces because we're using a lot more than I thought we were going to do here. And our ally ship that came with us, they also got ripped apart. It's been a nice plus. We had a nice round of just being able to loot everything that we could. And we've been set up with lots of good food, lots of good weapons, all sorts of tasty treats. I think this reward that we're returning for is also going to give us laser rifles. So we've just been switching some stuff around right now and getting some more efficient options going. Moving up some industrialized zones here with spacesuit doors on them. I'm going to slap that recycler right there. I think what I'll do for the airlocks, we've been talking about, because we keep getting boarded by pirates lately, so we've been talking about moving our airlocks over here. And then, because of that, we could set up cover objects. Along here. One, two, three, four. Should we do the corner? And that way, whenever the pirates come in, we're literally sitting here waiting for them. At least that's the idea. This power capacity node is meant to be in here. Because it's meant to help out when all of this stuff surges. And of course, we are going to actually need a proper power node. Which I reckon is gonna just have to be a regular sized one. But I think that's okay. We might be able to move some stuff around because of that. I did want a chemical generator in here. So maybe we can just like kind of connect those together like that. And we can see how we feel. It's a bit of chaos right now. There is a gas scrubber in here. I don't think we need an oxygen generator because I do believe... Yeah, as long as there's not a fire in here, this spacesuit door will vent oxygen in there as well. Can I get a bigger ship footprint, or is the square the biggest? Oh, we can go much bigger. We're on like the medium-sized footprint. So this is... Yeah, I think we're like 4, and you can... Or like 2 by 2, and I think you can go 3 by 3, so... I can't really select it, but quite a bit bigger. Geo has had a mental break. What's going on? I was held prisoner. Well, that's going to take a while to get over. I guess we'll allow for that. Okay, and the other big thing we need is our new X1 hyperdrives. Which... don't think I can put there, because I don't think we can get to those 2 corners. But that's fine. It looks like we have room. He says. Not sure that that's actually true. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Yeah, no, we have room. So we have to build still quite a few of these. I've built these ships weird again, haven't I? Always. You are 10 wide. You are 9 wide. It's okay. That's the only difference there. It's just gone 1 too large. So we need a bunch of hull blocks for these, which is a bit of a problem. We had so many hull blocks, and I thought no problem, we'll be able to build all of this easy. Turns out, dead wrong. But that's okay. We also have a whole lot of stuff to scrap. You know what? I am going to pull off the soft and infra scrap up here as well. I could always also talk to this guy if we need a few extra blocks. It is doable. I would like to get this front of the ship done though, which doesn't look super likely if I need 4, 5, 6, 7 hull blocks here. Ah, by Jove, we've done it again. Prisoner recruited, Christian Conabeer. How's this guy? Really good miner, really good botanist. He's a decent shot as well. He's a good gunner. We got some renames. Our next one is Agent 2000 is his name. Which is just going to look like Agent, but I guess he's on the team now. Put him in here. Work our way through the renames. Does that mean we only have Ricardo left? Oh, delightful. One thing we definitely should do is look at our schedule here. I'm actually going to add in a new one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because all these new guys I'm not even showing up here yet. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We only have 3 beds, so I have to keep everybody on different schedules. Oh, nice. I transferred and then immediately starved to death. Prisoner was recruited to join your crew. Prisoner died of starvation and protein deficiency. Well, Ricardo, it's your turn. If you don't want to starve, which you are doing. And I see why. Because while I've told the prisoners they can hang out there, I haven't told them they can hang out where there's food. Let me use by crew and prisoner. What about visitor? I'd like the visitors to also be able to use the algae machine. In fact, I'd rather them be able to use the algae machine than the actual food machine. I'm hoping these guys will leave our ship once we're, like, out of this area. Okay, dudes, we need hull blocks. And we need them bad. Because if we try to jump, the ship is going to be upset. So we'll put those on their priority. Who died? I died. I got named and died instantly. Well, backup power. Yeah, we need all this. All this hull. Tech scrap, rubble. Hyperfueling guns down here as well. Human meat. Good news, at least, is that this entire area is currently off limits, so. I'm very curious how this is all going to look, because this feels like it's going to be rooms that are only 3 wide. Or less, actually. Because if I need to build more bedrooms... We'll take a look. We'll see how it pans out. So you guys don't have hull blocks for me. That's really unfortunate. Why is that? Your ore is critical, your fuel is critical, and your water is critical. Now, we did discover a water location for them. Where was that? I thought that was in this belt. But clearly not. Oh, it was way back here, wasn't it? Yeah. So there is a water comet back here and a prison station. But it's a lot of jumps. The good news is none of it is really like hyperspace. So, honestly, I might do that for the prestige. What crimes against humanity have I committed? Well, I recruited a prisoner, named it after myself, and then immediately I died of starvation. I like how cover is random boxes and barrels. It's pretty funny. Pretty foolish. You would think that we could make proper cover, but it's like, no, we're not going to do that. No shot. They keep using the whole blocks. They keep using the whole blocks to build. It's like 2 more hull blocks. Oy, oy, oy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Exodus fleets. Tech blocks. Well, that's not good. Combat robot stations. That'd be sick. X1 power generator. Okay, you're almost done, actually. 89%. Because I'm sitting here looking at my energem running out, but then I'm looking at these 24 energy rods. So once that hits 100, I can stick that puppy in here, and we'll be in much better shape. Wish I could like scrap these shuttles. Oh, I can make hull blocks. What am I doing? I totally forgot that we could do this. We can make so many hull blocks. Make 5. Let's start with that. Actually make 10. Nice. X1 power generation. Yes. So we have most of the stuff for this. We don't have the infra blocks. I'm pretty sure if I build that there, those bedrooms are going to become too loud. How much do you give me if I ask for tech blocks? 2. And what does it cost to make tech blocks? Chips, which I have 1 million of, and other chips, which I have 5 of. I don't know, man. Let's make 5 tech blocks then. Not really seeing a reason not to. And we have 1 little itty bitty piece of hull left to do. Excellent. We'll put our favorite window up front. And then we'll start moving everybody else up to hang out with them. Doop, doop, doop. Our little plants just for fun to make it a little bit of a nicer place. Then we wall off the rest. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so currently that's 3 wide. I could make this a shorter hallway, a thinner hallway. Just like for the entranceway, maybe? I guess I kind of got to see what happens when all this moves first. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to build, ideally 4 more bedrooms, but I don't know that we have the room for all that. What game is this? This is Space Haven. It is a delightful space game. It is kind of a RimWorld meets itself. Imagine the Save Our Ship mod for RimWorld. And then imagine you never went down to a planet. That's kind of what it's like. Yay, big engines. 1800. Well, that's not right. 3,400. So if I build another one of those, that's going to be 4,000, 5,000. Oh my god, that's going to be just enough mass. Now, I imagine as I build all these other things here as well, it's going to screw it all up, but... You are out of alien parasites. Okay. You're also out of crawlers. Okay. What about human corpses? I mean, I might as well. Oh, it's not built yet. All right. Yeah, that should be able to go. All right, well, we'll put one of those there, and I guess then we'll add one of them there after. I'd like to have some nice lighting in that room. I went to buy this, found out I already own it. Got it like 4 years ago and played it for about 2 hours. So free game. Free game. Perks. A Merchant Federation ship. Hello. With very good surgeons. And artificial meat for sale. For cheap. I do not need this many stun pistols. That much is for certain. Do I have any IV fluid? I don't. I'll sell you some of those stun rifles as well, because I don't super need those. I have all this grains and hops, but I don't know how to make alcohol, so I might as well sell that to you. I also don't need this many pistols. I'm going to buy those hull blocks off of you. And I'm going to buy that energem off of you, because currently I don't need that anymore. Because I use energy rods now that we have a fancy new reactor. That's overheating the heck out of that room. Wow, you guys are really struggling on thermal regulation here. Yeah, she hot, hot, hot. Going hot, hot, hot. So we'll build another thermal regulator on that wall. Not on high capacity grid. So I could see that being a problem. No nice way to put that, is there? All right, we're just gonna slap it there for now. Are you guys on a high capacity grid? Somehow? You're like right there. There. Okay. Currently, these engine rooms have a lot of room in them. And so now I'm wondering about, like, all of this stuff. You know, because if I put all of this in, say, here, both of these rooms are going to be pretty empty. I could move all of this, separate them into the two sections, and then make this an actual, like, prison room. Something to think about. Embrace the corporate open space workstations. Getting them all figured out bit by bit. All of that has to go. This light, believe it or not, also has to go. Believe it or not, straight to jail. Are we done here? I feel like we're done here. We're also under mass now, so... Unless I want that soft scrap and that info scrap. I'm so greedy. 21 energy rods is giving me 7 days of power. I don't like that. Cannot remove spacesuit. No oxygen. Aha! Okay. So, I was wrong about that. They won't get oxygen in here unless I build a generator. I suppose the real question is that a problem? I'm also realizing like this power capacity node has the capacity to boost systems like turret shields, operations, and hyperdrives with beyond their initial capacity, giving them increased effectiveness with a risk of parts breaking over time. Select systems to boost in the power control menu. What is the power control menu? Boosting. Oh. Interesting. So this doesn't need to be in here. All right, let's get this settled. You're waiting for that to get built. It's a lot of just finishing up the last of these walls. Larger power modules that cover a bigger area or add a vent between rooms. I actually have a vent under this thermal wall regulator, which is set to auto, but it's such a hot room, so. Can I make energy rods? Yes. No. Oh. The advanced assembler does everything the regular assembler does. So I don't need you anymore. No, I can't make energy rods. I think if I build a chemical refiner, I could, though. Which we are working on. Please go destroy these walls so I can finish this design and we can leave this sector. I guess also if someone could build this for me, it would be good. That way at least our engines are available for when we need them. So currently, right now, we need Hyperium and Hyperfuel because we have two different types of engines, which is good and bad. I don't know where I'm going to put this rec room. I might get rid of this roundabout couch because while I really like them visually, they do take up an egregious amount of space. Thank you. Somebody, please, just do this. Okay, finally. So let's just say... Let's say, like, if this is a one wide hallway that leads down to those rooms... I could add 2 bedrooms, 2 2x1s. There and there. And then we could have like, yeah, you know what? I like that. I think that's what we're going to do. So these are going to be 2 sets of small bedrooms. I've changed that a little bit. Do I need that to go back? Could I just make this one long, wide corridor? The thing is I like having the wide corridors. So I'm actually maybe thinking boop, 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 boop. And that. Then we'd have something like this. So I think what I'll do is I'll have 2 side rooms here, and then we'll have these little pocket rooms in the back where we can fit in shield generators, oxygen control. There's a couple of different options that we could do in there, but they'd be like important systems. I think I like the idea of that. The radar dish is currently inside the bedroom, but it's obviously not going to stay like that. Like, it's going to move up into probably here. Yeah, if that's a 2 wide, it's probably going to sit there. Now, we have an X1 and an X2 system core. We have energy power stations. I don't know if the scanner is going to do something like produce a lot of noise for sleepy bedtime. It does. -9 for sleep comfort. I mean, these could also be prison rooms. The scanner could also, like, move out here. Currently, there's a solar panel on that side. I could move the scanner on this side, and at least there's a bit of geometry then. And then for these shield generators, we actually have good shield generators now. They also take up 3. Options on where to put them. Okay, so if this is the fun room where all the fun stuff happens, I have just enough room to fit that back in. Currently, it has 2 personal computers in here. Personal entertainments. I kind of want to put the kitchen there. In fact, I very much want to put the kitchen here. So we're going to do that. And we can also put in a jukebox in here too. Ooh, and an arcade machine. Let's put the jukebox there. 2 arcade machines? Do we put a toilet up here? Hmm. Well, there's a long way to walk to that toilet right now. Alternatively, there could be... Oh, God, it would have to take up a lot of room. But that could work. There is actually just enough for it. We have a little bit of room for decorations in here, so we could say... There's decorative screen. We can put in... We're going to need some of these lights, probably. They might take a moment. I'm sure it's going to need a thermal wall regulator in here somewhere. Though I'm wondering, maybe I could just put that in the bathroom? And then we can move like a decorative object. Heck, we might even be able to put in a decorative plant. It's tight, but it fits. Technically. These space jams are fire. Forgot to make a way to food. There's room for food. There's not room for the algae, but you know, this could actually be the prison then. Ooh. If we took one of these out here, hear me out. If we took one of those out of there, we could make that a little prison room. And if we forced our prisoners to work, they would also be able to eat this algae. There's some cool maybe options in there. I've ended up with an extra thermal regulator. But I'm not sure what to do with yet. But this feels a little bit smoother at least. Grab all this ore floating around right now. And then let's get the heck out of here. Did Ricardo starve? I guess he must have. I think maybe that's what must have happened there. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I am pretty sure that is what happened. Couple little baby private bedrooms. Chemical refinery. Forgot to read chat and kept his prisoner alive. Listen, the prisoners, they weren't that important. I mean, yes, they were there. Yes, they were my responsibility. But they weren't a requirement. I could put that chemical refinery there. Or I could put it here, but I'd have to move some other stuff. God, if there just ain't ever enough space for any of the things that I want to put down. Right, well, we said this power capacity node doesn't actually have to be in here. So I think I'd like to move that. I'll probably have to get rid of 2 of these cover objects, but then I can put that chemical thingamajigger still in here. Chemical whatchamahoozits. Nowhere to relax. Yeah, I guess that is true. I think this needs to be done before other stuff can be done. Okay. Food, arcades, doors, toilets. Can we get those seats in? Would be really nice. Jennifer? There we go. That feels better. Let's also make sure then that our guest area now includes this new space. And then we'll make a little barracks prison here. That's awesome, actually. Having that contained here within the food means we can also have them like focus on making us food and only eating algae, so. All right, we're going to power up and we're going to jump. I know we still have a lot of stuff to move around and we don't really know what's going on over here, but we're not really getting any benefit from just like sitting in this sector any longer, so. Left behind. Errors. The ship hull is fragile. I mean, as far as I'm aware, I didn't need that. Deliver cargo from Zamflamberg to Alpha Deity. You cannot activate this mission. We just want to come back here. Hyperspace pods. You know what, man? I'm going to queue up that as research. Your fleet has suffered a hyperdrive breakdown and you need to drop out of hyperspace immediately. Well, at least there's something to do. Could be worse. I'm a little curious why our drives broke down, but I guess that was just a random event. Dude, I can't wait to get these laser rifles. All right, unfortunately, we have robots. But fortunately, there's not that many of them. Sneaky cover. Grab this money. Oof, burn wound. Yeah, hyperspace and a med bay would be like a proper big med bay would be really nice too. Where are these cheeky little robots? Jareth! Now's no time to fall asleep, my dude. Chio doesn't have a gun. Why did I take him with us? What was I thinking there? I'm so used to Dr. Sean being on the beginning of that list that I was just like, yeah, sure, he can come along too. He got fists. He's got attitude. That's all you need to fight these robots. Not a single hidden compartment on this ship right now. Armox Anvil, another Dwarf Fortress reference. We're going to take everything on this ship, including all that food. Thank you very much. I'm also going to mine all these asteroids, because if you're going to force me to come in here, I might as well take the opportunity to do some work. So, that's where I'm moving that airlock. I suppose. And then it does seem like I'm just going to build a pile of different stuff out here. You are going to need more energy as well. We'll figure that out. Start organizing that a little bit right now. You know, I talked about what I wanted to do with all this space, and realistically, storage could be a good answer. You know, if I do decide to leave this as like the pod bay loading bay, so. Did Sean die today? Yeah, I'm sorry, Sean. Cryo sleep pods, maybe make a way to make energy rods. Well, we have nothing right now. Hypersleep. Energy refinery. I guess that's how we make that. But also learn how to make... Controlled by a crew member through a remote control unit. I like... actually the idea of setting up sentry guns. Because I could use those to just defend my airlocks. Surgical enhancement facility. Walkerbot rubble. Oh, are we disassembling Walkerbots right now? We totally are. Disassemble Walkerbots. Oh, those are hypersleep tanks. Interesting. Maintains the health of each individual. What does this one do? It just needs less space to be built. All right. Let them do their thing. I also just need to fix this like one wall that is the wrong color. But I'd be willing to start talking about ship walls. We could do green for hallways. We could do that for leisure rooms. I guess we'd need to actually finish building these walls first, though. Might be nice. Might be an idea that we consider. All the bedrooms can be painted like this too. I like that. Christy, you're right next to this wall. Can you just finish it? There we go. That's a vibe. Not really much in the way of lighting in this place, though. I am starting to realize. All like coming together bit by bit. This has got big armory / command room energy. This has big industrial room energy. Actually, vice versa? I want to say vice versa. Yeah, that's feeling nicer. That's feeling nicer already. I feel like we'll make those rooms red to be like just a little bit different. A little slapped on paint job. That ain't never hurt nobody. Fell asleep in the middle of the fight instead of team killing you. I think you actually just bled out fighting pirates. It was a very, like, baller way to go. Can only be used by visitor. I see. That was a bit stupid. We done here? Not even close. I really shouldn't honestly be letting them even really use that room. Where's the barracks? I'm going to say set visitors are allowed to go in here. Clear prisoner area. Set prisoner area. That's much better. This way, ideally, visitors will only eat algae. and they'll sleep in like these bunk rooms. Okay, and you can now also, I believe, build a chemical refinery. I can either build it there or... Actually, I could build it there if I move you the other way. Let's do that. Jobs, Geo, construct. Jobs, Geo, construct. Jobs. Christie, construct. Chemical refinery. So there'll be a little bit of blueprint around for them to get to. And we better make sure that we also have cover objects over here. Even if it's just the basics. I guess that all fits okay. We can add some better temperature regulation in here because it is certainly having a hard time with it right now due to that newfound air vent. This mini storage would be really nice to come up here to have access to food closer to everyone else. But then, like, we also do have, ooh, smuggler storage. That's fun. Robot storage for the storage of android and robot corpses awaiting further processing. Huh. I think realistically, we're just building another regular storage here. Or we're moving all the storage out here, and then we're, like, adding a second shuttle bay. It's not a bad idea. I can't tell if the storage has, like, a front and a back, or the cover has a front and a back. It sort of looks like it does. I assume it's usable both ways, so... Right now, it feels like we have it nicely set up. Okay, so human corpses, no longer an issue. So biomatter is like the only thing that we're really processing in there. We have 2 player corpses. Again, I don't really know. Like, can we have a funeral? Always draft someone and try out the cover? Well... yeah, I mean, I guess. All right, Jimifer. What happens if you go here? That doesn't really look like anything. So we just have to assume it works. All right. All of our hyperdrives are repaired. Let's get the heck out of here. Charge these bad boys up. Definitely need to get those pills sorted out. We have a mission for you. Make a new outpost in the Tantalus Cimbrian Belt. That's the area we just cleared. We'll give you 1 to 3K or 2 to 15. You need to pick up 2 cargo. Okay, so that's the other thing, right? I could replace a cargo bay in there. I have to go all the way back to the Flamberg passage. I mean... the military alliance is useful. I think they're just going to do this whether or not we help them. So I don't think I'm gonna mess around with that right now. We have a quest. We need to cash it in. We get 3 laser rifles, which require weapons 5 to use. Your weapons 4, almost 5. Sanibel is weapons 5. So Sanibel, Jimifer, and Chio could get good enough for those. Sanibel, Chio, and Jimifer. Okay. Then you're going to use laser rifles, bulletproof vests, pistols. How many of these, did we get all those, like, flamethrowers and stuff after? I guess we didn't do that quest. Alright, I'm gonna copy yours. Paste it here. Paste it here. They got hull blocks and infra blocks. They got Hyperium. They got energy rods. We are burning through energy rods, man. I think I'm just gonna sell you a bunch of junk. Alright. We'll do that. Just watched best Star Wars Jedi duelist. Van Swella wasn't even mentioned. I'm rage baited. I have no idea what book he is from. I assume he's from one of the books. Two, three, four, 1, 2. If this was 1 bigger, I could fit a second big farm bed in here. Which is probably worth doing. We'll start the process. It'll take some time. Also, I'm not actually sure that I want this door here, or if I only want this to be the only access. And I think that is the case, so I'm not going to dismantle you. I'm going to dismantle this door, though. She's a bit of a waste, but ain't the worst. I'm just gonna do that. Start with that. Start with that, and then start moving other lights around. Little meteors. So other than that, we don't have any reason to hang out here anymore. Shall we go set up to the Siren World? There's a couple of these rogue bot armies with derelict ships nearby. That one's probably a pain, but that one is maybe doable. There's just so little down here. There's a lot of decent resources, though. Claimable ships. Yeah. I could zoom back here until the Exodus. You know what? I'm going to do that. We could solve the Exodus's water crisis. And we're going to have to, like, jump in 2 different directions anyway, so. Why is the ship crooked? Mac, get out of here. I am throwing you out a portal. Probably wait for these items to show up. We're done our trade. Damn it, navigator. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to jump back here. I have no idea what this is going to use in terms of fleet resources. I'm 2226 right now. These pills regenerate. Huh. There is Hyperium here. No. Don't get too distracted. Excess fleet auto jumps after player. There's a base and an android collective here. One or more ships is out of hyperfuel. Okay. Well, of all the places we could be, stopping on a base is a pretty good option. I have 11 medical supplies. That's a lot. Not a lot of energy rods. All right, we're going to buy all that junk. Do ourselves a little trade. The energy refinery requires us to have energem. I feel like we should dismantle this guy. But maybe I can just stop him from being used. You have a really good price for energy cells. And a really good price for Hyperium, actually. Buy some tech blocks off of him, maybe? Androids, what do you got? You also want Hyperium and medical supplies. And look at that, 4 energem, just what I needed. You also have hyperfuel. I'm gonna do that. So we're trading with everybody in this sector right now. Level 1 generators using raw material, level 2 using refined materials. Yeah. So I'm hoping with this pause that we just won't like slurp it up and we can actually use those energems to finish our research. That's certainly the goal. I suppose I could make one of these little things hyperspace sleep pods. 1, 2, 3, 4. Speak of the devil. Oh, they are really expensive. I didn't realize how much space they took up. God damn, dude. Good grief. Using energy rods as resources as well. So if I expanded this hull up 1, I could fit 2 with a bit of extra room, but not much. They need that entrance, so. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people? We might as well say 8, so we're looking at a... Ooh, man. Looking at like a 4x4 for these. Obviously, they need all their bedrooms right now. Even though they're sleeping on shifts. You know, they don't need all these bedrooms. This thing is the same size as a med bay is a large part of my problem. One, 2, 3. I could increase these rooms to this big. And that would let me fit a bunch in here. It does make this a bit of a weird situation where it's no longer really earlocked. I guess alternatively, you know, with these side corridors, I could just make this one big center room. Thoughts? That would certainly give me plenty of space. I could put a central wall down the middle. Or I could build it like that and open those as the 2 corridors, 2 wide corridors. Good questions. I do also need to sort out this whole shield generation thing we got going on. Because it don't really fit in here so well. They do fit over here, but in a bit of an ugly manner. But I'm also like, do I want my shield generators being next to all of my guns? Probably not. How is this for sleeping comfort? It's all very good. If they're sleeping in shifts, can they hot bunk, or does game not allow that? No, they absolutely can, right? So, like, technically those 4 bedrooms are really all I need. Who is on schedule 3? Geo. I'm going to put you down on schedule 1. Chiu, Jareth, Jimmifer, Sandoval. Jareth, you're going on 1. Turk is going on... Yeah, there we go. Christy, Jesting, and Jareth are on 2. The others are on 1. So squad 1 is basically all my military guys. So that way they're all working together and they're not exhausted when I send them out. We done here? We've done our trade. We've refined our energy. We've done our experiments. I need 1 more energem, it says. Do I? I think it has the energem already done. Yeah, I think I'm going to cannibalize some of these rooms. I like the idea of slipping on the shifts. We found a weapons cache. Okay. Well, off to this prison planet, it would seem. Do I need to drop out to call him here? I don't. Leisure station, Derelicts. There are a couple of Derelicts here. Hard to say if they're really going to be worth going to. I guess this we do like our last little jobs. You want me to deliver cargo from Zen Flamberg to Alpha Data? I don't know, man. Maybe. I have 15 turns. 2 Derelicts. Suit 'em up, boys. Then giddy up. Now, I have just realized I've given all my guys... Yeah, Chio does still not have a laser rifle. But the good news, it's bugs, so... Ooh, too many bugs. Chio is bait. Is it just me, or is this laser rifle insanely good? Like, they are just melting those bugs. Shooting them through sections of doors. Oh, a hidden SMG. Well, Chio. Well, Chio, you might as well use that for now. You're pretty tired, but you're not that tired. How are we on scrap? Really bad. Across the board. Just pop into this airlock. Game makes me want to play the Firefly board game. Ooh, I didn't know there was a board game. They are making an animated show of Firefly, though, which I am super excited about. Because it's really the only way for them to bring back all of the same actors. And have it somewhat make sense. Okay, that laser literally one-shots these aliens. That's nuts. That's nutso. Where'd that guy go? Like, they're not even reaching me anymore. The difference in weapon class upgrades? Monstrous. Okay. Heck yeah, dudes. This was a good idea. I don't need those corpses, but I'll grab everybody else. We'll strip the whole ship down. Yeah, dudes, I am thinking about a second shuttle. I would need to empty all of that in the meantime. Empty rule, bring here rule. What is empty move? Move to other storages on the ship which allow it will not move to other ships. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I might just move that storage right there because it's 2x1, right? So I could just say like food right here. It's not the prettiest, but and then we can start working on this center area. So what I wanna know is if I cryo sleep. So if I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do it that way. So I would need walls to here. That would be the intention. That would be the intention with my daughter. Dismantle. That wall light can move there. I guess that would actually end up being a door. As would that. Alright, we'll make this work. Then I could leave, I could leave these guys, or I could make this med bay. Oh, you know what? That's a really good idea. Why don't I just do that instead? I forgot that I could just, instead of dismantling this stuff, I could just move it. And it should cost me a lot less tools? Question mark. Okay. It's better. That's better. Oh, we'll shift all that around. Total War Warhammer 3 win? I mean, I've played a lot of it in the past. I wouldn't say anytime soon. If they get an expansion, though, different story. Tech blocks floating in space. Energy floating in space. Hyperfuel floating in space. Yeah, it's been a while since I did a Total War Warhammer run. Alright, so I'm also going to say this one empty. And I think that'll work. Turk sleeping in the visitor bunks. Yeah, I don't know why. I saw that as well. I was none too pleased about it. I tell you what, none too pleased at all. I think I'm okay with that being storage. For now. I can also set this up so, like, very specifically, right? This one, it's the industry resources. So things like rubble, which gets deconstructed. Any of the scraps, all of this ore, all of this, I think all of this stuff except for the ice goes here. Because then it's like, as people need stuff, they just have to come here instead of going like all the way over that way. This is one thing I haven't done yet, is set up any of the resources properly, so. And you are going to take basically all of this. Once you're moved, which I gotta wait for you to do, so. Baby steps, baby. Yay! Water storage leak is solved. And it looks like the military, without my help, set up a outpost. So it's fantastic. And they have a military outpost here, so they've got a good run of things right now. This is all valuable to me because it's like I can refuel at all these places now. Yeah, let them keep stripping stuff. Remember all the Age of Wonders? I don't remember any of the Total War. Oh my god, we actually have played more Total War than Age of Wonders on this channel, which is saying something. But it was all from, like, pre-VOD channel days, so. Total War run, so saith your VOD. Yeah, there's only like a couple campaigns on the VOD channel of Total War. But if you look at, like, my statistics on any of the sites like Twitch Tracker, it will show you that Total War is my most streamed game by a pretty significant margin still. Age of Wonders is creeping up there, though. It is in second place. I just realized with this chemical refinery that we now actually have, we can make fertilizer. Raw chemicals can be refined into regular chemicals. Regular chemicals can be returned into fertilizer. Among other things, but that's certainly the most important thing. Explosive ammunition. Self-propelled explosive ammunition fired by the rocket turret will ruin someone's day. Oh, man. That's going to be really nice being able to make fertilizer properly now. Because we get chemicals from mining. I have like all this carbon and stuff too. So I can turn that carbon into plastics. And then I can turn that plastics into weapons. Ooh. Ooh. Accuracy bonuses. And cooldown. These should be different. The scope should be accuracy and the tactical grip should be cooldown. They both say that they improve accuracy. Oh! Cooldown and accuracy. Can be attached to rifles and laser rifles. I actually didn't notice that. This one can be attached to SMGs. I would like 3 scopes. And I am going to put those on all my laser rifles. As soon as we're good enough to use them. Are you going to go for another Rogue Trader playthrough with the next DLC, or am I waiting for the last one to bring back Glorious Turgvon Delancius? I think the next Rogue Trader DLC is probably going to just add an endgame dungeon, so I will go back and check that with Biggest Turgus. Because we can probably just go do some fun combats and not panic too much about it. At least that's my hope. But I don't think I'll be doing I don't expect I'll be doing a full playthrough anytime soon. Mostly because of how long a full playthrough is. I'm going to move that, but I think that might be a mistake. So I'm talking about making maybe this a medical bay? Yeah. So I'm going to dismantle those and those. And all of those. I guess I could move that wall there. Dismantle those. I don't know what to do with all these beds right now, and I am hesitant to put them anywhere. An energy refinery. Huh. Well, now I have a problem. This massive room that I built is not big enough anymore. Unless... Are you the last refinery I need? I also need a micro weaver and an optronics fabricator. I feel like both of these guys. Heat output. Energy refinery is gas output. Okay, so... Goddamn. So technically, yes, this is the last one I need here. If I was to build out this wall, I could put it here. Or if I was to get rid of all my barricades, I could put it in here. I think I need to empty this. I think I'm gonna need to empty that. I mean, I could just put the energy refiner somewhere else for now. The problem is it makes hazardous gas output, so I kind of like want it in a spot where it's not going to mess everything else up. Sentry gun is next. After that, we'll work on bulletproof vests. And how about advanced nutrition? Where am I? Do I need to be here anymore? What is left to transfer? Nothing really. Let's go. We can boogie. Last Total War was from a year ago when Skulltaker came out. Yeah. Medieval 2 series. Cross England is France. Are you guys really that hungry for Total War? It used to be such a big part of my channel. Make all sectors visible. Sure, you guys have an outpost there. I'm not taking that job. We have a job to do, and it's going down here and getting this Siren Planet online. And it's not a job I want to do, which is all the more reason why we have to do it. Build a trading station in the Tantalus Cimbrian Belt. Which is, again... See, this I'm more inclined to do because it helps out the merchants. But it's not the way I'm going right now. Everybody has jobs for me. Keep going. Hyperium? And a Derelict. And a bunch of ore. I mean, that's actually pretty good. Replace the assembler by the advanced version? Oh, we already have. Yeah. Break into Trazen's vault to re-steal all this stuff? Yeah. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be like an endgame dungeon. Mostly because they did that in their previous titles, so... Appreciate a new visit of Warhammer when the Nagash DLC comes out. Oh, there, no question. When they put out a DLC, like, I still have a good relationship with Creative Assembly. Shockingly, somehow. I don't understand why. But we do still get along. So when something new comes out, I will cover it. Yeah, you know what, man? If I saw a sector that had all this, without a moment's hesitation, I would drop it and take it, so... We'll wait for our guys to finish sleeping. What a crazy, crazy setup we've got right now. The ship is certainly coming along. We're all going there. Ah, we only have algae left to eat. Interesting. So, and it's... Jennifer only has the stun rifle, which is shocking because he has weapons 4. You've got the laser rifle, no scope. And you've got an SMG weapons 4. Alright, so it's you 4 that are coming with me here. Get to the chopper. And we'll actually just hit the airlock for right now. Where's that energem? Out there. Okay. Aliens or robots? What do we think? I'm going with aliens. I'm wrong. Dudes, I am telling you, these laser rifles are a game changer. If I can get all my guys trained up on them, Especially if I could build scopes. How come you're not shooting? Please don't be the one who gets shot if you're the one with the laser rifle. I know I put you in the front foolishly, but... Chio has panicked? Oh, do you have really bad bravery? Okay, that's a problem. If he is going to panic the moment we get in a firefight, he's not really good at getting in a firefight. Nothing. Just chilling out in space, are you? Okay. Come on back with the gang. To be honest, it does feel like we've already killed all the robots here, so... What do we think Thomas is up to? I think he's dead. No? Thomas Humphrey. Weapons 5. And he's a psychopathic police officer? You're hired. I can't wait to give you a gun. Giving him a laser rifle. Got some credits over here, and we got some more loot over here. Nothing. Okay. Undraft, undraft. Wow, this was definitely worth stopping in for. We need all this. I actually don't need that soft scrap. We could tech scrap. And so, Chio, I'm actually just going to leave you with maybe a rifle and a basic scope. And then this new guy, who we will name in one moment, he's going to take a laser rifle and a basic scope and a pistol and a bulletproof vest. And his name will be Noroth. Noroth 101. Agent 2001. Oh. Pirate Coalition player. Oh. That's cool. Great. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to put Chio on schedule 2, and I'm going to put Noroth on schedule 1, and he is going to join the boarding teams with, dare I say, a laser rifle. Because he's already good enough to use one. He doesn't need to train up. So I can also turn this reactor back on now. He says, with 2 days of energy left. Yeah, okay, I have set this to empty. It is just taking some time. I think that secondary shuttle bay there is going to be really nice. He says, and then realizes doesn't have room for it. You know what? If I just shift this wall over one, I will, though. Interesting. These power capacity nodes are linked together. I was wrong about understanding how they worked. actually kind of means... Might want it there. I don't know what to do with this shield generator right now. Trying to find a reasonable spot to put them. I just don't feel like we can figure it out. I do know I'm going to need another one of these in here as well. So we'll probably have to edit the hull on that side to also add in a second cargo container. But that shouldn't be an issue. 2 capacity, okay? Getting there, getting there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Space Haven 1.0 released. It did. It's a secret release. But it is. It's, if you go play it, it's there right now. They fooled us all. Tricked us. But we're all very happy about it. Yay. You can now move. Do I want a little extra room in here? I don't know that I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could put 2 storage bins here. I'm gonna start with 1. And 2. Okay, so I guess that becomes the med bay. Entrance on that side. And we can start putting in we don't really have the supplies for all this stuff yet, but I don't know what I don't know what to do with like all these bunk beds and stuff right now. Because if I disassemble them, they're gone, right? That's like the thing. So I could put a door and a wall there, and then I guess I could fit in like 1 more bed. Why don't I put that thermal regulator there then? We're gonna move you there in a moment. We're gonna move you there. Just utter chaos. A whole lot of it. Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of extra beds here I don't know what to do with. Can I just put them in storage? Or should I just delete them? You know what, man? Let's just delete them. We don't need to hold on to them. They're made out of soft blocks. It's not like we have any shortage of soft blocks. It'll be fine. Devs overcooked this one. They definitely cooked. There's no doubt about that. I think they did a bang-up job with it. I think it's cooked just the right amount. Oh, I suppose, sorry, 1 of them I could still move in there. Sick. Remote controls and sentry guns are now available. Totally forgot that we were doing this as well. Where do you think we build those? Item fabricator? Do we need to build remote controls to fire the sentry guns? Sorry, I am... Not you. Not you. You. Is needed to control deployable sentry guns. So, I guess we'll build one of them. Because we don't have a choice. Move that light there. Thermal regulator there. All these little pieces of wall are going to move out. Step by step. Which will give us enough room to build another shuttle hangar. Right there. Yeah, and then I'll just end up expanding this out and we'll build another cargo bay as well. Which, hell, I might as well do right away. I could probably put a robot storage in there as well. Which is perfect. It'll give us room for that. You there, move there. It's all coming together. There's definitely a bit of messing around to get it. But the ship is continuing to look nicer with each passing day. We'll do that. Surface medical supplies and interstellar sickness. I don't see any reason for having two of these, but visually I like it. I don't think I need more than 3 medical bays. I think that's plenty. I think I'd like just the visual element of having them different. So we'll set them up in there. I suppose the oxygen generator could move in here now too, and it would be a little bit more protected. We'll think about that. We'll give that some more thought. So, one more to go right there. Perfect. So we'll add that second shuttle bay in. We're going to duplicate this other cargo bay. We're going to say storage for robots. I guess we'll move that guy. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could put another storage bay in here proper, but I'm wondering if there's any reason to have these cargo shuttles. Because honestly, while they're really cool, I'm not really seeing a point of them other than for like getting cargo. The ship has grown. The ship is forever growing. Does not stop. These goddamn things are so expensive. That's a hypersleep module for each person. Let me tell you, I do not have the supplies for this. So I'm queuing them up, but I'm putting them on pause. The thermal regulator's broken? Oh, it's too hot in there. It's got a little bit of and a little bit of nearly just turned out. Add a light in here so also when people show up we can shoot them. This place is well lit. Oh! I believe I've been carried away. Didn't realize how much power we were using. I'm going to turn the industries off. Hyperium or military alliance? No. Derelict? No. Jareth gets a little bit sick.